So, you woke up one day, looked at your completely average daily driver, your Civic, Corolla, maybe even a Camry, and thought, you know what this needs? Boost. You went online, saw a turbo kit on eBay for $399, watched one sketchy install video with 2 million views and a thumbnail that says 300 horsepower for cheap, and now you're sold. I mean, if it worked for that guy with the duct-taped Miata, surely your car can handle it, right? Well, pump the brakes, my friend, because today, we're cracking open the real story behind turbocharging your daily driver. No BS, no overpromises, just the good, the bad, and the wallet-destroying truth about strapping a hairdryer onto your 9-to-5 commuter. This isn't just another how-to video with royalty-free trap beats and sped-up B-roll of engine bays. This is a deep dive into turbo kits for regular folks, people with jobs, rent, responsibilities, maybe even car payments. Yeah, we're talking about you. So if you've ever thought about adding some boost to your boring daily, sit tight, because by the end of this video, you'll either be ordering a turbo kit or canceling one. Let's boost into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. What the heck is a turbo? A turbocharger is basically a snail-shaped wizard that forces more air into your engine. More air equals more fuel equals more boom equals more power. Simple math. It's a bolt-on performance part that uses your car's exhaust gases to spin a turbine, which then compresses air and shoves it into your intake like it's trying to win a hot dog eating contest. Think of it like an energy drink for your engine, except with more explosions and fewer lawsuits from the FDA. Not all turbo kits are created equal. Just like not all gym bros are actually strong. Some just have good lighting. Let's break it down. A. OEM-style kits. These are mild kits meant to give your car a little extra oomph without blowing the engine internals into orbit. They're ideal for daily drivers. Pros: reliable, safe for stock engines. Generally street legal. Cons: not insane gains, still expensive. B. Big boy race kits, also known as I have poor financial decisions and I'm proud kits. These slap massive turbos onto your car, complete with intercoolers the size of your grandma's microwave. Pros: huge power gains, makes cool whooshing and flutter noises. Cons: goodbye daily drivability. Hello, constant tuning and maintenance. Your clutch is gonna cry itself to sleep. Let's get nerdy for a sec, because the difference between a turbo that lasts 10 years and one that grenades itself in 10 days often comes down to this: casting versus forging. Cast turbo components. These are made by pouring molten metal into a mold. It's like making cupcakes, except the cupcake might explode if it gets too hot. Pros: cheaper to produce, good for most mild builds. Cons: less durable, can crack under high stress or heat. Forged turbo components. These are beaten into shape like a Viking sword. Stronger, denser, more resistant to heat and stress. Pros: strong AF handles, big power. Cons: more expensive. Total overkill if you're just adding 5 psi to your Altima bottom line. If your car's a daily and you're not chasing 1,000 horsepower dreams, cast parts are fine. But if you're planning on redlining every exit ramp, invest in the forged stuff. Host: mocking. Oh, I'll just bolt on a turbo and call it a day. Yeah, and I'll just eat one chip from the bag. Here's the harsh truth. You can't just slap a turbo onto your engine and expect everything else to magically keep up. That's how engines become very expensive paperweights. Let's go through your new best friends. 1. ECU tune. Your stock ECU doesn't know how to handle boost. Without a proper tune, your car will run like a drunk baby goat. You'll need a tune that matches your kit, fuel setup, and goals. 2. Fuel system. Upgrades. More air means more fuel. Stock fuel injectors might not keep up, so be ready to upgrade to higher flow injectors and possibly a new fuel pump. 3. Intercooler. Compressing air makes it hot. Hot air is bad. An intercooler cools that air down so your engine doesn't melt like an iPhone in direct sunlight. 4. Stronger clutch and transmission. If your transmission was barely holding up to stock horsepower, it's gonna tap out the minute you go full boost. Same goes for your clutch. No one wants a slippy clutch situation in traffic. Trust me. Let's break this down with some real-world relatable examples. You know, for all the "it's just my daily" folks out there. Scenario A. You drive a Mazda 3 and just want a little more punch. You opt for a small turbo kit, upgrade the fuel pump, slap on a front-mount intercooler, and get a conservative tune. Boom, 40% power increase, still reliable, still gets you to work. You win. Scenario B. You buy an eBay turbo kit for your Civic and don't upgrade anything. 3 weeks later, you're crying on Reddit, asking why your head gasket looks like lasagna. Your mechanic's about to buy a new boat with your money. Scenario C. You have a WRX. You're already turbo. Congrats! You've now entered the world of boost creep, blown ringlands, and eternal tuning. Good luck, soldier. Let's keep it simple. More power, more fun, better performance without swapping the engine. Flex value. Yeah bro, it's turbo. Can be tuned for efficiency and power cons. Expensive. Kits range from $1,500 to $6,000 plus dollars, not including labor or supporting mods. More heat, more wear. Requires regular maintenance. Insurance may increase. You will get addicted to boost. One hit, and suddenly, 300 horsepower isn't enough anymore. Let's kill the dream real quick. Daily driving a turbo car doesn't mean every morning commute turns into a scene from Need for Speed. It mostly means you'll be trying not to boost, so your gas tank doesn't vanish before lunch. Boost lag? Yep, you'll feel it. Turbo surge? Maybe. Weird fluttering noises? All day. People asking, is that thing turboed? At every gas station? Absolutely. And don't even get me started on emissions. Depending on your state or country, you might have to undo half your kit just to pass inspection. Alright? So should you turbocharge your daily driver? Answer: it depends. If you're mechanically inclined, have a realistic budget, and understand the maintenance involved, go for it. If you think it's a cheap shortcut to supercar speeds, you're gonna have a bad time. Here's a rule of thumb. If the cost of the turbo kit is more than 30% of your car's value, don't do it unless you absolutely love the car. Turbocharging can be awesome. It's addicting, fun, and gives your car a second life. But it's not magic, it's not cheap, and it's definitely not for everyone. Alright, so now you know the truth. Turbo kits can turn your daily into a tire-roasting, boost-happy machine, but only if you know what you're doing, and your wallet's emotionally prepared for the trauma. Because while the turbo life is fun, it also means tuning sessions at midnight, hunting down vacuum leaks like you're Indiana Jones, and explaining to your mom why your fuel mileage suddenly plummeted. But hey, at the end of the day, cars are supposed to be fun, right? So if modding is your passion, and you're okay trading a bit of reliability for a whole lot of smiles per gallon, then maybe Boost is calling your name. Just maybe don't daily a 500 horsepower turbo Corolla with stock brakes, okay? If you liked this video, hit that like button like it's your new wastegate. Subscribe if you want more content like this. And hey, drop a comment if you've got a turbo build, a horror story, or even just a dream setup you're manifesting. And if you're still on the fence, check out my videos on superchargers versus turbos, or the top 5 beginner mods that won't explode your engine. Both linked somewhere here or down below. Stay fast, stay broke, and as always, boost responsibly.